The Orlando Magic have hardly been a model franchise, spending much of the last decade piling up losses, missing on draft picks, and generally taking all the steps necessary to build a consistent loser. But the light at the end of the tunnel may have finally arrived in the form of a 6'10" scoring machine named Paolo Banchero. The 2022 #1 overall pick and 2023 Rookie of the Year frontrunner is a mesmerizing blend of old-school bruiser with contemporary versatility, and he might just be the answer to Orlando's prayers. The Magic are used to whiffing on franchise-defining decisions, but early indications are that they hit this one out of the park. Since 2012, no NBA team has performed worse than Orlando, but the Magic haven't made the most of their consistently advantageous draft position. They've either missed on draft picks or squandered promising talent when they did make the right choice. In 2013 and 2016, the Magic drafted Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis 2nd and 11th respectively, but traded both to Oklahoma City for Serge Ibaka as part of a 2016 draft night deal.
Well, that was really a stupid thing!
A year later, the Thunder turned Oladipo and Sabonis into Paul George, while Ibaka played only 56 games for Orlando before being shipped to Toronto for Terrence Ross and a future first-round pick that never played a game for the Magic. Aaron Gordon at number 4 in 2014 was fine, but Gordon was miscast in Orlando and ultimately played on just 2 playoff teams in 7 seasons with the Magic before being traded to Denver. Mario Hezonja was selected 5th overall in 2015 with names like Devin Booker, Miles Turner, and Terry Rozier, among others, still on the board. Once promising defensive big man Jonathan Isaac was taken 6th in 2017, but a knee injury has kept him out of action for more than 2 years now. The Magic took Mo Bamba 6th in 2018 ahead of a number of future stars, then Chuma Okeke 16th in 2019. Recent years have been kinder, as Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, and especially Franz Wagner all look like key components of Orlando's rebuild, but Banchero is the linchpin. The Magic caught some flack for going somewhat off the board with the draft's top selection after Auburn big man Jabari Smith Jr. had been rumored as a lock at number 1. Landing in Orlando rather than alongside ball-dominant youngsters like Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. in Houston was always the preferable path for Banchero's development. But Paolo's first few weeks in the NBA have made it look like the right choice for the Magic, too, especially with number 2 pick Chet Holmgren unfortunately already sidelined for OKC. Banchero announced his arrival as a pro in thunderous fashion.
Ahead to Banchero. Banchero gonna take it, fly over the top of Joseph, and draw the foul. Put that on your highlight reel, young fella.
Oh, young fella.
He became the first player since LeBron James to record at least 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in his NBA debut. Lest anyone believe it was beginner's luck, Banchero continued to show out, becoming just the 6th player in history to score at least 20 points in each of his first 6 games. By the time he put the finishing touches on a 33-point, 16-rebound performance against Sacramento, Banchero had scored more points through his first 10 games than any rookie in 13 years.
He's pretty good, I guess.
Banchero appears to have the makeup of an elite scorer, the demeanor of the kind of talent who just shows up and finds a way to give you 20+ points every night for a decade.
I really love his demeanor, and that team hasn't won many games. I think that was their 2nd win of the season, but they are competing. And if you're watching these games, they're not getting blown out anymore. They're right there, and they're learning how to win. And if I'm being honest, I think his demeanor and who he is has a lot to do with that.
One of the first things that pops off the screen is Banchero's combination of size and shot creation. Just a couple inches shy of 7 feet and weighing in at 250 pounds, Banchero's built like a prototypical big man. But prototypical bigs don't handle the ball or create like this. Through 10 games, more than 61% of Paolo's 2-point attempts were self-created. Perhaps most impressive is that the rookie has managed to score with decent efficiency despite his lack of range. He's struggled to find his stroke in the mid-range and behind the arc, yet he's kept his efficiency somewhat respectable because he finishes inside and opponents struggle to guard him without fouling. Through 10 games in the association, Banchero was already top 11 league-wide when it came to drives. And of the 53 players driving at least 10 times per game, he ranked in the top 15 in terms of the percentage of drives that ended with him putting points on the board. Part of that can be attributed to the fact only 4 of those top 50 drivers were drawing fouls on drives more often than Banchero. He's also passing to teammates off drives more often than guards like Trae Young and Ja Morant. So it's not like Paolo has tunnel vision with the ball in his hands either. In fact, his overall assist percentage ranks in the 89th percentile among forwards according to Cleaning the Glass. And of the 39 players in history who scored 200 points through their first 10 NBA games, Banchero ranked 11th in assists. He's not a point forward per se, but Banchero, who's logged time at power forward, small forward, and center already this season, can definitely be a secondary initiator and playmaker while being a clear-cut #1 scorer. He needs to learn the nuances of NBA defense, and he'll have to become something closer to a respectable shooter at some point. But it's rare to find a 6'10" forward who can bully mismatches down low, get to the rim at will, easily create for himself, and make plays for others, let alone to find someone who is already doing all that at 19 years old.
He's a freak. He's a fast killer.
The obvious caveat here is that the Magic are still losing, so it's not like Paolo's presence means guaranteed future success, but that's fine. Orlando has plenty of similarly promising young talent around him, and can surround Banchero with more shooting and defense over time. They're also well positioned to be one of the teams in the mix for another potential franchise changer in the 2023 draft. Paolo Banchero has reinvigorated this long dormant franchise. Through the first few weeks of his career, he's held up his end of the bargain. Now it's on the Magic to not screw this up for once. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.